Wow, you're not wearing that outfit.
Honey, do you have anything to say to your daughter? Do you have anything to say to your daughter? Do you have anything to say to your daughter? Do you have anything to say to your daughter? Do you have anything to say to your daughter? Do you have anything to say to your daughter?
What's wrong with it? Honey, do you have anything to say to your daughter about her skirt?
Sorry.
Anything to say to your daughter about... Do you have anything to say to your daughter about her skirt?
Sorry.
Do you have anything to say to your daughter about her skirt? Do you have anything to say to your daughter about her skirt? Do you have anything to say to your daughter about her skirt? Do you have anything to say to your daughter about her skirt? Do you have anything to say to your daughter about her skirt? Do you have anything to say to your daughter about her skirt?
Laid to rest on a Monday. After the funeral, all the residents of Wisteria Lane came to pay their respect.
As they do, they brought food.
Will do in these situations, they brought food.
As people do in these situations, they brought. As people do in these situations, they brought food. As people do in these situations, they brought food. As people do in these situations, they brought food. As people do in these situations, they brought food.
Now I don't know what to do. Everybody starts looking at me.
야, 이건 전혀 기억이 안 나네. 아우, 정말.
They weren't looking at you before?
데이가 여기 없으니까 좀 연상이 안 되네. They weren't looking at you before. They weren't looking at you before. There's nothing to tell. It's just some guy I work with. There's nothing to tell. It's just some guy I work with.
There's nothing to tell. It's just some guy I work with.
All of a sudden, the phone starts to ring.
I don't know what to do. Everybody starts looking at me.
Now I don't know what to do. Everybody starts looking at me.
No, I don't know what to do. Everybody starts looking at me. No, I don't know what to do. Everybody starts looking at me.
A great family recipe for fried chicken.
Moving up ladder 같은데? Moving up 무슨 ladder였는데?
She didn't cook much while she was moving up the corporate ladder.
While she was moving up the corporate ladder. While she was moving up the corporate ladder. While she was moving up the corporate ladder.
Oh yeah, that looks really cute, sweetheart.
Hey, no.
No, it's way too short. It's too short. People, you don't have to prove it too. You don't have to prove it. People know you're a girl. You don't have to.
It's way too short. People know you're a girl. You don't need to prove it to them.
It's way too short. People know you're a girl. You don't need to prove it to them. It's way too short. People know you're a girl. You don't need to prove it to them. It's way too short. People know you're a girl. You don't need to prove it to them. 감정이 없어.
It's way too short. People know you're a girl. You don't need to prove it to them.
It's way too short. People know you're a girl. You don't need to prove it to them. It's way too short. People know you're a girl. You don't need to prove it to them.
Why are you guys yelling at us when we're way upstairs?
That's not gonna happen.
Just text me.
All right, that's not going to happen.
Alright, that's not gonna happen. Alright, that's not gonna happen. Alright, that's not gonna happen. Alright, that's not gonna happen. Alright, that's not gonna happen.
She didn't cook much while she was moving up the corporate ladder. have the time.
She didn't
But when her doctor announced Lynette was pregnant, her husband Tom had an idea. Why not?
Suspend. 아유야. 아, suspend. 뭐 suspend만 하면 이렇게 쭉 죽냐? 너무한 거 아니야, 진짜? 이상하단 말이야. suspend 하면 안 돼?
Text me.
All right, that's not going to happen.
Wow, you're not wearing that outfit.
And wow, you're not wearing that outfit.
And wow, you're not wearing that outfit. And wow, you're not wearing that outfit. He didn't notice that his tab isn't here. He just worked in his office without noticing that his tab isn't here. He just working to his office. He just working his office without noticing that his tab isn't here. He just walked into his office without noticing that his tab isn't here. He just walked into his office without noticing that his tab isn't here.
He just walked into his office without noticing that his staff isn't there.
He just walked into his office without noticing that his tab isn't here. He just walked into his office without noticing that his tab isn't here. 여기서 좀 이상하고. He just walked into his office without noticing that his tab isn't here. Without noticing. He just walked into his office without.
He just walked into his office without noticing that
Without
his staff
noticing that his tab isn't here.
He just walked into his office without noticing that his staff isn't there. He just walked into his office without noticing that his staff isn't there.
He just walked into his office without noticing that his staff is here. 아, 좀 쉬어야겠어. 얘처럼 빨리 말할 수가 없잖아. He just walked into his office without noticing that his staff isn't here.
He just walked into his office without noticing that his staff isn't here. Without noticing that his staff, without noticing that his office, without noticing that his staff isn't here. Office without noticing that his staff isn't here.
Without noticing that his staff isn't here.
Office without noticing that his staff isn't here. Office without noticing that his staff isn't here. His office without noticing that his staff isn't here. His office without noticing that his staff isn't here.
He just walked into his office without noticing that his staff isn't here. He just walked into his office without noticing that his staff isn't here. He just walked into his office without noticing that his staff isn't here. 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 Without noticing that his staff isn't here.
Why would you make a dumb decision when I'm off?
Why would you make a dumb decision when I'm offering loyalty? Because of loyalty. And I'm making a dumb decision out of loyalty. I'm making a dumb decision out of a loyalty. Oh yeah.
I'm excited to meet them too, but not tonight. It's just too soon.
Oh.
When did you decide that?
I really can't pinpoint the time. I have to get back into my meeting.
When did you decide that? 그걸 언제 결정했어요? I really can't pinpoint the time. I really can't pinpoint the time. When did you decide that? I really can't pinpoint the time. I have to get back into my meeting. When did you decide that? I really can't pinpoint the time. I have to get back into my
When
meeting.
did you decide that?
I really can't pinpoint the time. I have to get back into my
I really can't pinpoint the time. I have to get back into my meeting. I really can't pinpoint the time. I have to get back into my meeting. Get back into my meeting. Get back into my meeting. I have to get back into my meeting. I really can't pinpoint the time. I have to get back into my meeting. I really can't pinpoint the time. I have to get back into my meeting.
She didn't cook much while she was moving up the corporate ladders. Have the time. But when her doctor announced Lynette was pregnant, her husband Tom had an idea. Why not?
아유, 얘 뭐야? 얘만 하면 죽어. 진심이야? 아, 진짜. 쪽팔려 죽겠네, 진짜. 뭐야, 이게. 진짜 이럴 거야?
I'm not comfortable with it. Can you respect?
I'm not comfortable with that. Can you respect that?
Huh?
I've been telling him about you for months. What am I supposed to...
어. 제가 몇번째 계속 얘기해 왔어요. 몇번째 계속 얘기해 왔어요. 내가 어떻게 말해야 하는 건가요? 내가 어떻게 해야 돼? What am I supposed to say? 거예요. 말해야 하는 거예요. 내가 몇 번째 계속 얘기해 왔어요. 내가 어떻게 말해야 되는 거예요?
I'm not comfortable with it. Can you respect?
I've been telling that for Melissa. What am I supposed to say that? What am I supposed to say?
Huh?
I've been telling him about you for months. What am I supposed to...
제발 어쩔지 당신에 대해서 계속 얘기해 왔어요.
I'm not comfortable with it. Can you respect?
I've been telling them about you for once. What am I supposed to say? 아니 진짜. I've been telling them about you for months. What am I supposed to say? I've been telling them about you for months.
What am I supposed to say?
What am I supposed to say? I've been telling them about you for months. What am I supposed to say?
Laid to rest on a Monday. After the funeral, all the residents of Wisteria Lane came to pay their respect.
And as people do in these situations, they brought food.
People do in these situations? They brought food.
Now I don't know what to do. Everybody starts looking at me.
They won looking at you before. They were looking at you before.
They weren't looking at you before?
People work late.
Why does anybody ever have to work late?
They don't. They're usually lying.
Why does anybody ever have to work late? 아, 이거 너무 아유 진짜 이게 뭐야? 혼자 하겠네. 아 진짜. 소스 펜들 하면 안 되는 거야? 안 되는 거야? 진심으로?
Why does anybody ever have to work late?
They don't. They're usually lying.
So that's like level 3 stuff. We're at level 2. Can I get a ruling?
When your conversation started in front of my desk, I was concerned that I'd been caught in the middle of something personal, but I can see now that I was worried for that.
When your conversation started in front of my desk, I was concerned that I've been caught in the middle of something personal, but I can see now that I was worried for nothing. When your conversation started in front of my desk, I was concerned that I've been caught in the middle of something personal, but I can see now that I was worried for nothing. When your conversation started in front of my desk, I was concerned that I've been caught in the middle of something personal, but I can see now that I was worried for nothing. When your conversation started in front of my desk, I was concerned that I've been caught in the middle of something personal, but I can see now that I was worried for nothing.
I think it's too soon to meet your parents.
Can you respect that?
I'm not comfortable with it. Can you respect?
I'm not comfortable with it. Can you respect that? I'm not comfortable with it. Can you respect that?
She didn't cook much while she was moving up the corporate ladder. Have the time. But when her doctor announced Lynette was pregnant, her husband Tom had
We've been seeing for 4 months. It's too soon to meet your parents.
You've been dating for 4 months, and I think that's too soon to meet her parents.
We've been dating for 4 months, and I think that's too soon to meet your parents. We've been dating for 4 months, and I think that's too soon to meet your parents. 표정 빼고. 우리 요즘 만났는데 부모는 만나는 부모는 뵙는 거는 부모님을 만나는 것은 이르다고 생각해. 아이 깜짝이야. 아이 깜짝이야. 아이 깜짝이야. We've been dating for 4 months. It's too soon to meet her parents. I think it's too soon to meet her parents. Oh.
You've been dating for 4 months, and I think that's too soon to meet her parents. You've been dating for 4 months, and I think that's too soon to meet her parents.
That's level 3 stuff. We're at level 2. Can you? Yeah.
That's like level 3 stuff. We're at level 2. Can I get a ruling?
Can I get a ruling? That's like a level 3 stuff. We're at level 2.
That's like level 3 stuff. We're at level 2. Can I get a ruling?
That's like a level 3 stuff. We're level 2. Can you get a ruling? Oh. That's like a level 3 stuff. We're level 2. Can you get a ruling? That's like a level 3 stuff. We're level 2. Can you get a ruling? Can I get a ruling? That's like a level 3 stuff. We're level 2. Can you get a ruling? That's like a level 3 stuff. We're level 2. Can I get a ruling? That's like a level 3 stuff. We're level 2. Can I get a ruling?
have the time. But when her doctor announced Lynette was pregnant, her husband Tom had an idea. Why not quit your job?
얘가 가장 문제네. 제가 가장 문제였어. 왜 그러지? 특별히 문제될 만한 없는 것 같은데. 먼저 한 어디 보자. 76.5 correct. 알겠어. 전략을 좀 먹지만 여기까지.